Hi, everybody. It's Joe and Diane with Tips on Tips. Hello, Diane.
Hey, Joe.
All right, today we are on lesson number 10, and it's fraught with controversy. Ooh. We're going to be talking about the fundamental aspect and the technical aspect of trading. First off, Diane, why don't you get those two terms out of the way for us so we're all on the same page?
You bet. Uh, Fundamental aspects of trading, it's all about the news. Technical aspects of trading, it's all about the chart. Um, some people believe that the chart doesn't really matter. It's just about the news for each particular country of and its coinciding currency. Others believe that the news really doesn't impact the chart, that you have to be able to read the chart.
Sounds interesting to me. Now we're looking at Forex Factory here. All the time, every day, they have a list of fundamental things that are happening. People are speaking, reports are coming out. If I'm a trader, where am I going to focus on this chart when I'm looking at it every morning?
On the red tags. Red tag is under the color coding comes under the impact column, and red will create the most volatility on the chart. So the fundamental news, the nice part about this is that you're getting a heads up. Um, on red tag news, I stay out anymore. It's just not worth it. You cannot guess which way the chart is going to move on red tag news. The nice thing about this is you have a heads up. Oftentimes, if certain things happen in the news, the president imposes tariffs on Canada, Brexit happens over in England, you don't have a heads up on those things. And you can get yourself in real trouble if you've only focused on the technicals and believe you're safe based on that.
Let's take this back to a couple days ago. You and I were looking at a setup that we both liked, and we said, "Yeah, let's take this." And we placed the trade, and then one of us was thinking, "Now wait a minute, there's something we're missing here," and it was the FOMC notes, and that can cause a problem when you're basing your decision on a technical setup, and then you have a large fundamental news that could actually just wipe it out. So how do you deal with that?
Well, that's a fact. And here we are, seasoned traders, Joe, and we're making a trade before FOMC when the volatility of FOMC, we know this one. We know it can move a chart hundreds of pips. And our trade ended up being fine. We probably forgot about it because we believed, based on the news, that not much was going to happen, that rates were not going to go up. But frankly, we got lucky. And you're right. A technical setup based on the same moment in time that FOMC news comes out means nothing.
I agree with that. And so we come down basically in the middle somewhere on this. And I think what we tend to do is we tend to look for technical setups. And then
Mm-hmm.
we go back and we look at the news items and make sure that there's not a news item that's going to come out and change that technical aspect of the trade. Probably what happened with that is it's an 11 o'clock our time news event, and typically we're trained to look at something that happens at our time around 5:30, and then of course if you're trading the New Zealand dollar, you can look in the afternoon in Pacific time. So I agree with that. I don't also take news trades, and it's really sometimes you can see it move in one direction, you think it's going to go in that direction, and it flips over and goes in another direction. So, where would you say you come down on the whole technical versus fundamental issues, Diane?
Well, simply that you can't ignore either side. And you have to take both into consideration. And Joe, you're really the one that taught me to stay away from red tag news. And that was a tough one for me to learn because I think it's the exhilaration of being able to second guess uh, which direction you want to be in before the red tag news comes out. And every once in a while, you will win that one. If you guess that the news is going to be positive for the US dollar and you take the US dollar long, every once in a while you'll be right. But the thrill of that is not worth it anymore for me. The consistency of putting money in the bank is what's worth it for me. And that means looking for technical setups, but paying attention to the news that I can know is getting ready to happen, because there's too many variables that I will never know.
Great advice. I think we're in complete agreement on this. Next lesson is going to be talking about reversals and looking at those and talking about, once again, following the trend. But thanks again, Diane. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.